Hello and welcome to the Main Street Sports Show, sponsored by Redbank Chevrolet. I'm Mike Kilroy, your host, and I'm joined by the state champion 4x100 meter relay team from Central Clarion. Jase Ferguson, Ben Lambert, Mason Burford, and Brody Baggs. Even though in the program at the state meet it said Brady Baggs, but this is Brody Baggs. We're going to talk about the great run they made on Saturday to win the gold medal today, and we're going to spin the wheel. All four of you guys are going to try to win a fancy prize on the prize wheel, and we're going to talk about just an array of things that happened out there at the state track meet and what you guys kind of experienced out there. We'll go around here, just kind of your initial thoughts on it, and then we'll go to a break. Jase, what did it mean to you guys to go there and come home with those gold medals around your neck?
Yeah, it was an awesome experience. The atmosphere was crazy. It's been something we've been wanting for a while, a state title. Yeah, it was just overall an amazing experience. Glad we got to be a part of that. And
yeah, Ben, what was your impression of the state track meet and coming home with those gold medals?
I mean, like you said, it was a really great experience being out there with all of these people and having your entire family be there and knowing that you came home and you're representing the school. It was great knowing that we could make that happen for everybody, not just us.
Yeah, and Mason, you came home with 3 medals that day, but obviously that one probably means the most, the gold.
Yeah, it definitely means the most. Yeah, I really like the spike ball at the state meet. We played a lot of yard games out front, and but this is probably the best thing we did.
There was a ton of people playing spike ball out there.
Yeah.
I will say that. It was kind of like, I knew what spike ball was, and I knew it was popular, but man, it was like spike ball heaven out there.
Yeah,
wasn't
spike
it?
ball and beach volleyball.
Yeah, it was a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Brody, same question. As a freshman too, what does it mean to join these guys and get that gold?
Yeah, it means a lot. We've been working at this every day in practice, and just to come out here and deliver, it feels so good.
All right, when we come back after our first break, we'll have someone spin this wheel, and we'll talk some more about the state track meet and what you guys were able to accomplish on kind of a challenging weather a couple days out there, at least especially the first day. So this is the Main Street Sports Show, sponsored by Redbank Chevrolet in Dubrook. I'm Mike Kilroy. This is the 4x1 relay team from Central Clarion, and when we come back, we'll talk some more.
The Cooper Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT, our most trusted truck tire, is now better than ever and available for your truck or SUV. They're designed for the reliability and durability to find adventure beyond the pavement and are backed by a Cooper mileage warranty of up to 65,000 miles. Learn more about the reliable Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT at CooperTire.com. Count on Cooper. Or stop by Carly Tires in Clarion. Carly Tires, the area's largest selection of tires.
Can afford a gorgeous custom-designed hardwood Kales kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kales, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
At Clarion County Community Bank, you're more than just a number. With personalized service and modern conveniences, they make banking easy. Clarion County Community Bank, where community comes first.
Eyes are the window to your soul, so take care of them. The Laurel Eye Clinic provides complete care from annual exams, glasses and contacts to cataract and retinal surgery, LASIK, and more. As a trusted leader in family eye care for 50 years, you can trust them with yours. Call or visit us online today.
Need reliable plumbing or heating services? Call Luton's Plumbing and Heating. Fast, friendly, and available 24/7. Call them at 814-226-8695.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
This game is brought to you by Tionesta Builders? No. Tianesta Builder Supply. Family-owned and operated home improvement centers located in Tianesta and Shippenville.
Dubrook is your trusted ready-mix concrete supplier. From commercial to residential, Dubrook has you covered. Call 1-844-DUBROOK or visit dubrooking.com. Dubrook is proud to support our local communities. Dubrook, your solid choice in all things concrete.
Living Solutions in Knox is always on the lookout for driven, positive individuals to join their team. They offer career growth opportunities and industry-leading pay. No experience is necessary as training is provided. Apply today and build a future with Modern Living Solutions.
Affordable opportunities are endless at Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. If you're looking to start next semester or next year, apply now at discovernprc.org. discovernprc.org.
Hello and welcome back to the Main Street Sports Show, sponsored by Redbank Chevrolet. I'm Mike Kilroy, and we're here at the Haskell House Prize Wheel, and our first contestant here for the prize wheel is an old hat at this, Jase Ferguson, who won the Taylor Swift book last time he spun it. Let's see what he wins this time. Give it a spin, Jase. And you win another spin.
Nice.
Congrats. The oven mitt's gone, so one more time. Oh, he did this time he gave us some authority. He's like, he's not messing around anymore. And a Cousin Basil gift card. I know that's nice. Even better than that gold medal you just won. All right, Brody, you're our next victim. He's been watching. He's been taking notes. He knows what to do. Oh, he got the gift card. Oh, we got bankruptcy. That means you have to give us all your money. No, spin again. Spin again.
Got to give up the gold medal.
Yeah, you have to give us the gold medal. So we can sell it on eBay. What are we going to get this time? Oh, nope. Spin again. It's gone. The whole segment's going to be spinning this wheel, apparently. Oh, you get a gift card too. All right. A couple gift cards won here by these guys. We'll go back over and talk. You had some people cheering for you over here, your teammates. They're studying the way the wheel spins to try to win their prize when they go next time. But speaking of prizes, you guys really came through on Saturday after kind of a rough Friday. The weather was bad. You guys went out and did what you didn't even win your own heat. So you came back the next day and won a state title. Talk about Friday and what was kind of going through your mind. Obviously, Friday in the preliminaries, it's a lot about survival. You just want to try to get to the finals and then see what you can do. But I know you guys were a little bit disappointed by that because you really wanted to win your heat and really wanted to get into a better lane than you did.
Yeah, we were definitely disappointed Friday. We were glad to make it to finals. That was obviously the goal. We didn't run our best time. The weather wasn't the best either, but we were pretty disappointed that didn't have the best handoffs, but we knew we just needed to forget about that and come out Saturday focused and run our best race.
Yeah, when you have a kind of maybe an uneven run of that relay, how do you keep that from getting into your head? Because sometimes when you have bad exchanges, when things don't go smoothly, it can kind of get in your head. How did you guys regroup that afternoon, and the next morning before you ran in the final? You want to give it a shot, Ben?
There was definitely some frustration there, and during Saturday, I kind of was walking around checking everybody. I was like, "Hey, do we feel good?" Because I knew I didn't want Friday to carry over, and I didn't want us to make a mistake and get locked up in our heads. So
Yeah.
I was making sure everyone was feeling good for the big day.
Yeah, did you guys just not talk about it at all Friday night? Did you try to get your minds off of it? Or did you kind of have a talk and say, okay, let's go over what we did wrong and try to correct that for Saturday?
I feel like we usually always try to address what went wrong in our races, but I think we just have a lot of trust in each other, and we know what to talk about when things don't go well, so we know what to fix. And Coach Quinn also helps us with that a lot. He always talks about the little things, so yeah, that helps us a lot. Yeah,
I know the big focus on this relay all year has been on those little things. So when you had those little rough exchanges on Friday, did you practice them? Did you go like back to the hotel and run the hallways or something, or the parking lot? 'Cause I was driving through Friday night on the way back to my hotel, and I saw some people out in the parking lots of their hotels that night, like practicing, doing their exchanges in some of the hotels. I saw some of these relays. So I don't know if you guys did that or not.
No, we didn't do it in the parking lots or anything. I feel like if we would have done that on Friday night, we would have gotten our heads even more. I think we knew what we did wrong during our handoffs, and we knew we could get it to each other with the steps that we originally had. So, yeah,
because you guys went out on Friday and you ran I think a 43.33 seconds, which kind of slow for you guys, but it was enough to get to the finals. Like I said, you didn't even win your heat. And the next day on Saturday, you ran almost a full second faster for your best time that you have ever run. What clicked for you, and what kind of made those handoffs? I'm sure a lot of it was the handoffs, right?
To piggyback off of what Jay said with the weather, I had to re-put my tape down 5 or 6 times because the wind kept on blowing it away. So I'm glad the weather was better on Saturday. And I feel like we were ready. We were so anxious, and we were just ready to prove what we were practicing on.
Yeah, and it kind of shows how you guys are able to kind of rise to the occasion, right? Because I think after Friday's experience, a lot of teams probably would have really crept in, right? You didn't, like I said, didn't even win your own heat. You don't see that happen at the state meet. You don't see a relay team that doesn't win their heat come back the next day and win the state championship. Yeah. So, what was your mindset? What did you say to these guys? What did you guys say like in the moments leading up to it, as you were getting in the pen, getting ready to go out to your different positions for the relay?
Yeah, we knew what time we could run. We knew what we could do. We knew we didn't run our best race Friday. We didn't let that get in our heads. And yeah, we came out with confidence Saturday. As soon as Ben's foot hit that tape, I was out of there, and our handoffs ended up being perfect. And I think that's just a trust thing. You got to trust that your guy's going to get it to you, and then run as fast as you can, and then the other guy has to trust that you're going to get it to him.
Yeah, and here's the order: Ben Lambert, Jase Ferguson, Brody Beggs, and then Mason Burford. We talked about this Saturday. Your job is just to get off to a good start and get these guys in position. Obviously, you felt like you did that on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
And when you were running, did you know when you handed it off to Jase that, okay, we're off to a good start here?
I knew it felt good immediately, but the pressure of being the first one to go, you get to watch everybody. So I was praying, hoping, because I knew that was it. If everything went perfect, it was already going well. So it would have been our best time by far, and it was. So
yeah,
it's
it's kind of interesting because you and Mason are like in different ends, because you get to watch everyone. You're watching everyone waiting to get it. Now, when you got the baton, you guys were already in first. You probably felt, all right, I just gotta bring this home, right?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to be the one to lose the lead and get a second, third, or whatever. But yeah, these guys did an amazing job of getting me the baton last and first. So I'm thankful for that, and I'm thankful to have 3 other guys that are insanely fast on that 4x1 team.
Yeah, I was watching the whole race, but you're like in particular, because once you got the baton in first, I'm like, I thought to myself, they have a real legitimate shot of winning this. And I was just watching you, the determination on your face, and just the 360 vision you had during that race, because you even mentioned it on Saturday. You were just trying to sense, is anyone near me? Anyone near me? You gave that little glance right before the finish line. Then when you crossed, you just were like, how excited were you? What was going through your mind when you crossed that finish line and you knew we won this thing?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't even feel real. I mean, I felt like there had to be a catch to it or something, crossing the line first. But no, yeah, the emotions were just flowing, and it was a good moment in all of our lives. So yeah.
Yeah, and Jase, we talked about this too. You made like the mad dash across the infield. It was the fastest I think I've seen you run, even in the state football championship that you ran. What was going through your mind? Because you're the second leg. You're watching it. All guys are all watching this happen. It must have been like surreal for you too to know that at that moment when Mason crossed that finish line. First.
Yeah, as soon as I gave it to Brody, I knew that me and Ben got a decent lead on them, and then obviously Brody just ran around the corner. As soon as he handed it to Burf, I knew I had faith in Burf. I knew he was gonna bring it home, and I just bolted right across there.
Yeah,
I knew people were yelling at me in the infield, telling me to stop.
But at that point, just block that out.
Yep.
It's like, okay, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. What were the emotions getting on the podium at the top and hearing Central Clarion state champions in the 4x100 meter relay?
I think that was one of the best feelings I've ever felt, with all the people, and one of the biggest stands I've ever stood in front of on a first place podium before, especially with all these wonderful runners right here. And my whole family was there. The whole track team was there, the other 4x4 and 4x8 runners.
Yeah, it felt good getting on that podium at first place, not only for like the hundreds of thousands of people that were there, but for our coaches and our friends. We were just glad to make everyone proud. And yeah.
And I guess Brody didn't want to say anything. That's all right. Then you had more work to do. You had to run that 4x4, and you placed there too to get 3 medals. I know earlier in the day you kind of had both ends of the emotional spectrum. You had that 110 meter hurdle race that did not go your way. What happened on that? You hit a hurdle. I think you fell. You got up, and I think it was 19 seconds, which probably was one of the worst times you've ever run in a hurdle event. But you placed. But what was good? I mean, that had to be crushing, right? Because you probably felt like you had a chance in that race too.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely wasn't what I was expecting, but in those types of races with the hurdles, things happen. Even the best fall, so I tried not to let it bother me too much, and I just carried it on to the next race. Yeah.
I thought you handled it well. You were obviously visibly, upset, but you weren't like kicking the ground. You weren't, you didn't let your frustration show. Was that because you knew, okay, I have 2 more things I have to do today. I can't let this cloud the rest of my day?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely didn't want to let my other teammates down just because of my mistakes. So, yeah, I'm just glad that these guys have my back and were able to help me get back and win a state championship. So
obviously, the first concern is, am I okay, right? Because when you take a fall like that, you want to make sure you didn't hurt yourself, right?
Yeah.
For the rest of the day.
Just a few track burns, but nothing crazy.
Yeah, just your normal stuff. Now, this is really you guys weren't together for that long this year, were you? When did this 4 really start to form and really start to run? Because you didn't do track until this year.
No,
so.
Butler was my first invite. The guy that was in it before, he was sick, and Coach Quinn called me up. He actually woke me up that morning and told me to get up to Butler to run the 4x1. And at that point, we didn't practice or do anything. So we went up there, and I forget what our time was. It wasn't the best, but we knew we could be really good if we had some practice. And then obviously we started practicing and ran like low 43s our first time actually running it.
Yeah, it's still pretty good for the first time.
Yeah.
So that's what Butler invite was, what, April 20th, somewhere around there?
Yeah.
Mid-April?
Yeah.
So really you'd only been running it for maybe, 6 weeks?
Yeah.
Together? Were you always in this order, or did that get shuffled around too?
Yeah, we were always in this order.
So when Jase joined this relay, well, I mean, obviously you had to learn a new, especially you, because a new handoff and you a new handoff, partner. did it come together quickly? Did you have some growing pains? Did you feel like maybe this is the missing piece that we need to really elevate this to another level?
Yeah, I think being the first leg and hearing that I was going to get a new second leg, who we haven't met until this year, I was a little on the edge. So I don't know if this is going to work out. We don't really have that good communication skills yet, and we picked it up extremely fast. We started running times that kept getting better and better and better, and then we got to state championships. It got better, and it was just very fluent.
Yeah, and Mason, you knew Jase from football. You knew what he was capable of doing. So did you think, maybe this is going to be pretty good for us?
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking about track with him since football, and he didn't really seem too excited about it. But I'm just glad he came out. Still wish he would have thrown the javelin, but that's another conversation.
Oh, yeah. And Brody, I mean, you're the freshman. You probably were like, hey, whatever, right? I don't know these guys. Yeah. Well, you know from football. You played football, so you knew.
Yeah, we've built a good connection. I've had a good connection with Jase from football and basketball. So I was kind of happy he was giving me the baton, and I knew I trusted Burf. So.
All right, I think it's about time for another break. When we come back, we'll have the other two guys spin the wheel, the prize wheel, and we'll talk some more about the track meet, about Jase, why he didn't throw the javelin. Yeah. We'll dig into that a little bit, and we'll talk about the weather out there on Friday. This is the Main Street Sports Show, sponsored by Redbank Chevrolet. I'm Mike Kilroy. This is the 4x1 state champion relay team from Central Clarion. We'll be right back.
Cooper Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT, our most trusted truck tire, is now better than ever and available for your truck or SUV. They're designed for the reliability and durability to find adventure beyond the pavement and are backed by a Cooper mileage warranty of up to 65,000 miles. Learn more about the reliable Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT at CooperTire.com. Count on Cooper. Or stop by Carly Tires in Clarion. Carly Tires, the area's largest selection of tires.
Can afford a gorgeous custom-designed hardwood Kales kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kales, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's FactoryDirectKitchens.net.
Clarion County Community Bank, you're more than just a number. With personalized service and modern conveniences, they make banking easy. Clarion County Community Bank, where community comes first.
Eyes are the window to your soul, so take care of them. The Laurel Eye Clinic provides complete care from annual exams, glasses and contacts to cataract and retinal surgery, LASIK and more. As a trusted leader in family eye care for 50 years, you can trust them with yours. Call or visit us online today.
Need reliable plumbing or heating services? Call Luton's Plumbing and Heating. Fast, friendly, and available 24/7. Call them at 814-226-8695.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
This game is brought to you by Tionesta Builders? No, Tionesta Builder Supply. Family-owned and operated home improvement centers located in Tionesta and Shippenville.
Dubrook is your trusted ready-mix concrete supplier. From commercial to residential, Dubrook has you covered. Call 1-844-DUBROOK or visit DuBrooking.com. Dubrook is proud to support our local communities. Dubrook, your solid choice in all things concrete.
Modern Modern Living Solutions in Knox is always on the lookout for driven, positive individuals to join their team. They offer career growth opportunities and industry-leading pay. No experience is necessary as training is provided. Apply today and build a future with Modern Living Solutions.
Affordable opportunities are endless at Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. If you're looking to start next semester or next year, apply now at discovernprc.org. discovernprc.org.
Hello, welcome back to the Main Street Sports Show, sponsored by Redbank Chevrolet. I'm Mike Kilroy, your host, and we got two guys here, two new victims to spin the prize wheel. Mason, give it a shot. My name is See what Brody. You win. Oh, wow, the oven mitt's popular today.
Hey,
try
Brody,
it again.
Brody
It's
Biggs
gone.
here.
Yeah.
Reporting
Right,
you
someone's got to
from
win these sardines before
the
the
Central Clarion 4x100 relay team.
Mason Burford wins the sardines.
Yeah!
Way to go, Mason.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Ben, see what you can win.
You moved.
We had it.
Oh, that's $20.
There's no rigging of this, I promise. No one's rigging it. No one's rigging it. No one's rigging it. The toilet paper. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. We'll go back here to our seats.
Good work out there.
Completely on the level. No need to investigate. Everything was up and up on those spins. But boy, things were not up and up on Friday out there. I've been out there probably a dozen times since 2000, and that was Friday was the worst weather conditions I've experienced out there. It's either I've been out there when it was 90 degrees and people's cleats were melting to the track because it was so hot. I've been out there when it's rained, but never cold and rain and wind at the same time. Do you try to block that out, or did you know it was going to affect everybody? Because I've remember times that they were way off.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good thing whenever you recognize that everyone's running in the same conditions. So you don't have to worry about the weather whenever you're all running in the same thing. You just have to focus on your race and your race only. And yeah.
Yeah, and Jase, it's kind of football weather out there, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
you probably played in about 10 football games that were better weather than that track meet. How do you kind of block that out? And did you know, okay, everyone's in the same boat here, everyone's going to have the same problem?
Yeah, kind of like what Burf said. Everyone's going to be running in that. Just run the best race you can, do the best you can, perfect the handoffs, and yeah. And we did okay. We ran a 43.3, I think.
Yeah.
Not our best time, but yeah, we're just glad to make it into Saturday.
Yeah, but the next day you ran that 42. It was still windy that day. Does the wind kind of affect you more than anything in the relays?
It just depends what leg you are. I mean, sometimes Jase will be the one hitting the face of the wind, and then I'll get it in the back. I'll be lucky, but some days it's just the opposite. So it just depends day to day, but yeah. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that weather. It was crazy. I mean, it was 40 when I got there this Friday morning. It was 42 degrees. You could see your breath. That's the first time it's ever happened out there. But anyway, kind of switching gears. Jase, you didn't run track until this year. What made you decide this year? I know some guys were recruiting you. I know Jess Quinn was big on trying to get you. And what finally twisted your arm enough to say you were going to do it?
Yeah, obviously Burf's been bugging me about it for a while now. Jess Quinn texted me a few times, has called me about it. I wanted to do it. I lift a lot too, so like it would have been busy for me, but I'm very glad I did it. Yeah, I'm glad they stayed on me. I had a few, Jesse and Cohen. They both went out too. They played baseball, so they kind of were like, I think I'm gonna go out, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll give it a shot too. And Coach Quinn said I could skip to go turkey hunting whenever I wanted to. So that was
a little perk there.
Yeah.
little perk for you to go turkey hunting.
Yeah.
You turkey hunt a lot?
I do.
Obviously you turkey hunt a lot.
Yeah, I love turkey hunting every weekend.
Really?
So,
Where do you go?
in season, out to our farm. We have
Oh,
a
neat.
farm out past Corsica.
Neat.
Yeah.
So what's the biggest challenge of turkey hunting? What's the biggest thing a turkey hunter must know, what must do to be successful at turkey hunting?
The hardest part's probably just finding them in the right mood and getting them away from the hen. Because if they're with a hen, they're not going anywhere. They're following right behind her the entire time.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
You always learn something new on the Main Street Sports Show about sports and about outdoors. But so when you joined the team, what was those first few practices like? Did they have an idea where they wanted to put you?
Yeah, I think Coach Quinn thought about putting me on the 4x1 team already. I ran the 100 meter. So the first few practices were just kind of getting used to like my block starts and stuff, just getting in shape kind of. And then eventually, obviously I talked about that earlier, but he called me up for the Butler Invitational to run the 4x1, which is the first time, like we didn't have any practice. We did a few like right before the actual race, but then after that, most of the practices consisted of practicing the 4x1 and getting conditioning for that.
Yeah, and Ben, have you always been running the sprints, the 4x1? What's kind of your history in the 4x1?
Yeah, I think I've ran all kinds of sprinting events every single year I've done it. So like 5 or 6 years. I haven't been for any kind of distance. I've done some jumps, like high jump and long jump, but I've always been a sprinter.
So the 4x1 was kind of your wheelhouse all these years. What do you like the most about it? What's kind of the biggest draw for you to run the 4x1?
I really like the competitiveness, and it adds that extra layer of things you need to learn with the baton and your team. It's not just a 100 sprint. Once you get that down, you go into a 4x1, there's this whole new layer of skill ceiling and all that technique that you have to learn.
Yeah, because the sprinting part is like almost secondary to the blocks, the handoffs, getting those crisp, because you kind of saw that on Saturday, right? When those were crisp, you ran a 42-4-2, I think, 4-3, something like that to win. I mean, you get those little things down, and big things can happen. Mason, have you always been a sprinter? I know you're fast on the football field. I'm sure that's kind of where you gravitated when you were doing track.
Yeah, I think ever since I started track in 8th grade, and I was definitely more of a sprinter. I've gotten into some like mid-distance stuff like the 400. I really enjoy that. I might do the 300 hurdles next year, but yeah, I'd say I've always been a sprinter. People say I look like a distance runner, but
you kind of do look like a distance runner.
I'm a sprinter, yeah.
Yeah, because you're tall, lanky, you kind of have that sprinter or distance runner build. And you might be the first person I've ever heard say you enjoy running the 400. Yeah. People hate the 400.
Yeah, it's rewarding. I'll say that. I don't enjoy running it, but it's
yeah, no one
rewarding.
enjoys running it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is rewarding, right? And Brody, as a freshman, I'm sure you ran in junior high, correct?
Yes.
Were you always a sprinter, or did you kind of change events over?
Yes, I'm like Burf. I've always been a sprinter, and I also do the 400 and 4x4, but can't do the long distance.
Yeah. And do you hate the 400?
I do, very much so.
Very much
He's
so.
always complaining about the 400.
Yeah. and then when you do the 4x4, there's 4 people running the 400 all hating it. Does that make you guys closer? Because you all share the hatred of the 400?
Well, I think that makes it more enjoyable because you're running for your team, not just yourself. So you see better times, and yeah.
Yeah, how satisfying was that for you two on the 4x4 to follow up the 4x1 gold medal with a medal in the 4x4 at the end of the day after the end of a long weekend to be able to go out there and do that?
Yeah, it's awesome being in multiple relays, and we were missing one of our legs for the 4x4. He couldn't make it to states, so Mason Gurley really stepped up for us, and it's not very common to have other people on your team that can just step in to run a 400 and medal at states. So it was really cool.
Yeah, I'm sure a great cap to the weekend, right? To get that. Do you stick around and watch those guys and cheer them on?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, they're on my 4x1. Even the ones that aren't on my 4x4 were still on the 4x1. We're still on the same team. So, and it's states. I gotta watch them. I gotta see how well they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think me and Ben, we both found chairs and pulled them right up to the fence, and I was watching it there.
Yeah, there you go. Like I said, very satisfying weekend for you guys. First year of this co-op, a little bit different co-op. You know, if this was a year ago, some of you would be on different teams, right? So how big was that to be able to kind of join forces this year with Clarion and CL instead of with Clarion and North Clarion?
I was definitely really skeptical because our track team's been merged with North Clarion ever since I started doing it. And I hear we're going to drop North Clarion and we're going to go with CL. Now that I see how it turned out, I'm really thankful that happened and I didn't just quit because of it. So
yeah, because you guys wouldn't have been on this relay. It would just been you guys were split. You guys would have been on a different relay. So does that kind of a little bit of mind-boggling in a way that this co-op happened right at the right time to get you four together?
Yeah, it's really weird to think about. There's a lot of great things about North Clarion, but I'm really lucky to have two guys from CL that when we joined with them, they were able to fill the roles really well in the 4x1 and stuff. So I'm very happy with the merge.
Did that have a little bit of a factor maybe in you deciding to do track this year, knowing that some of your football teammates from CL would be on your team?
I'd say a little bit, yeah. Yeah, knowing that Burford, I was going to be able to play another sport with Burf one last time, a couple other guys, and I saw how the football merge went. I know a lot of people were skeptical with that at first, and it turned out to be an amazing thing. So I kind of knew how this one was going to go too. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of curious too when you guys play basketball. You're you're on different sides of the court. What was that like this year when you guys played each other?
I mean, I think it honestly makes our bond stronger. Just being able to compete with each other and against each other. It's really nice. So yeah.
Was it weird though a little bit? Especially after that great football season you had. Now all of a sudden, you're guarding, you're fouling each other.
Yeah, we're both very competitive people. You'd see that in our football practices too, with just some of the drills we do. We're very competitive, but I mean, at the end of the day, we're going to come back and there's going to be no hard feelings or anything. So
yeah. I just thought that was interesting, right? Because North Clarion was kind of off on their own this year, and they had a couple people out there, so that was nice. Were you able to kind of catch up with your former track teammates who are now in North Clarion?
Yeah, I just want to say I'm really proud of them all. Coach Roxanne at North Clarion did a great job helping Jackson out and going to the state level. That's awesome, and I got to catch up with Coach Jackson. He really helped me a lot with my hurdles ever since I was in 8th grade. So I probably wouldn't be where I'm at today without him too. So yeah, it's great being able to see them.
Yeah, that's a great point because you're used to the certain coaches, and now you had new coaches, new uniforms, new everything, right? This year, did it take a while to adjust to that, or was that pretty easy to kind of adjust to?
I mean, I thought it was going to be a lot different, but after going to track at CL the first day, I mean, the people like Coach Quinn, he just really knows how to unite people, even if you don't go to the same school. And I know all these guys. I go to school with him, and I play football with them. Yeah. And it's just we're one big family at track. So yeah.
Yeah, that helps too, right? When you have that relationship. How close was this team? How close were the bonds? I know this relay was close, but the rest of the team, how close did everyone kind of mesh?
Starting off, I remember I just only hung out with everybody that I knew, and then as it went on, we started to come together, and it didn't seem as divided towards the end, and we really blended together.
Yeah. Do you play any other sports?
I only do track.
You only do track, so you didn't have like that experience with other co-ops and everything. So you were really kind of off in a. For you, it was probably a little bit more different, than these guys to adjust to, right?
Yeah, I definitely had to just go with it and go out and meet some new people.
Yeah. So you win this track meet, right? Or you win the gold in this track meet, and you come home and you get this escort. What did that mean to you, to know that all these people were waiting for you? You got the fire trucks, you got all the hoopla. That had to feel great.
Yeah, that was an amazing feeling, knowing that we didn't just do it for ourselves, but our whole community. We brought our community together with that, and it was an awesome feeling to see everyone out there, to be able to get up on the fire truck and have everyone cheering for you. It was awesome.
Yeah, because it's a longer drive back, but it probably didn't seem as long after winning a gold medal, did it? The trip back.
We definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, and then you get home and have all that. What did that mean to you? What was that experience like to have everyone welcome you home like they did?
You might think these people are running fast, they're not changing the world, but coming home and representing your town and seeing all these amazing people and being the face of that, it's a great spot. It's great to be able to do that.
Yeah, obviously the football team had a couple of those this year. This one mean a little bit more because it's track. I mean, because let's face it, football gets its own it's in its own stratosphere when it comes to support from community. But to have a community support a track relay team, that had to feel really good.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like our football team does a lot of great things, but the track team, I mean, there's only to win a gold medal, there's 4 of us, and a bunch of people from our track team medal too. It's just, they're both just amazing to be a part of, football and track, and we have a bunch of great guys and girls. And yeah, I think it's just equally as great to have the community come and support you.
Yeah, what was it like for you? Kind of taking this all in.
Yeah, it was fun. I like to say Coach Quinn was almost falling out of the fire truck on the going way through town. I thought he was going to fall off. The firefighters were yelling at him, trying to get down. But I don't know, it was so exciting seeing everybody show up for us, especially when people think of track as an individual sport.
Yeah.
As a relay team, it really brings up the teamwork in it.
Yeah, anyone who knows Jess Quinn is not surprised by that story, right? There's a couple Quinnisms that you guys were talking about, what he said during the week and getting you guys ready. Talk about what he meant to you guys, Coach Quinn.
He means everything. He is we talked about the picture of our previous 4x1 team, and yesterday at practice we went up to him and told him we want a picture with him in it, the one where he's in between us. We want him to be a part of that memory too.
Yeah, because he was part of a great 4x1 there, and I know he never let you guys forget it, right?
Yeah, no. I mean, he pushed us every single day, reminded us of that previous Clarion 4x1 team every day, how fast they were. So he pushed us he gave us a goal. He gave us a goal to chase after, and he made sure that we got it. In the winter, he was having workouts for us. And it's just nice knowing that you have someone that believes in you every single day. And we want to do this for him, and we're glad that we were able to get it done.
So how much did you get his relay by?
I think only 0.1 or something.
Really? It was that?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't aware of I knew they had a great relay. I didn't know what they ran. So did you just kind of nip them a little bit there with that state championship run?
Not really. I mean, he was very happy for us. He was. I think he wanted us to do better, and that's what's so great about him. He didn't care about what he did or his personal goals or anything, but it was more about us, and that's why we were so successful.
So you're able to kind of get him. Just by a fraction of a second. So, all right, we're going to take another break, and when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more with these guys. The 4x1 Central Clarion State Champion Relay Team. I'm Mike Kilroy. This is the Main Street Sports Show, and thanks for joining us. We'll be right back.
The Cooper Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT, our most trusted truck tire, is now better than ever and available for your truck or SUV. They're designed for the reliability and durability to find adventure beyond the pavement and are backed by a Cooper mileage warranty of up to 65,000 miles. Learn more about the reliable Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT at CooperTire.com. Count on Cooper. Or stop by Carly Tires in Clarion. Carly Tires, the area's largest selection of tires.
can afford a gorgeous custom-designed hardwood Kales kitchen for a lot less than you'd pay at a DIY store, go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. At Kales, there are never middleman markups or hidden charges that can add 40%. Go to FactoryDirectKitchens.net. That's Factory Direct Kitchens.
Clarion County Community Bank, you're more than just a number. With personalized service and modern conveniences, they make banking easy. Clarion County Community Bank, where community comes first.
Your eyes are the window to your soul, so take care of them. The Laurel Eye Clinic provides complete care from annual exams, glasses and contacts to cataract and retinal surgery, LASIK, and more. As a trusted leader in family eye care for 50 years, you can trust.
Need reliable plumbing or heating services? Call Luton's Plumbing and Heating. Fast, friendly, and available 24/7. Call them at 814-226-8695.
Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome to Sweet Basil. Come on in.
This game is brought to you by Tionesta Builders? No, Tionesta Builders Supply. Family-owned and operated home improvement centers located in Tionesta and Shippenville.
Dubrook is your trusted ready-mix concrete supplier. From commercial to residential, Dubrook has you covered. Call 1-844-DUBROOK or visit dubrooking.com. Dubrook is proud to support our local communities. Dubrook, your solid choice in all things concrete.
Modern Living Solutions in Knox is always on the lookout for driven, positive individuals to join their team. They offer career growth opportunities and industry-leading pay. No experience is necessary as training is provided. Apply today and build a future with Modern Living Solutions.
Affordable opportunities are endless at Northern Pennsylvania Regional College. If you're looking to start next semester or next year, apply now at discovernprc.org. discovernprc.org.
And welcome back to the Main Street Sports Show, sponsored by Redbank Chevrolet. I'm Mike Kilroy, your host, and this is the 4x1 state champion relay team from Central Clarion. Congrats again, guys, and thanks again for joining us today to talk about your amazing achievement. Now, at what point of the season, when you guys got together, did you guys think it was possible for you guys to win a state championship? Was there a time, was there a moment where you thought this is a legitimate goal of ours?
I think towards the end, when we got to the point of the season where we weren't switching out everybody and seeing what works where, and it got to just straight improvement, we definitely we kept getting better every single time, like 0.2, 0.3 every single meet. And I was kind of like projecting that I was in the future, if we keep doing this, our times are going to keep going. They're going to get crazier and crazier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing was McDowell. We went down there and there was some real competition down there. And I think we came first, didn't we? Yeah, we went down there. We went up and we won.
I think you won that.
We won McDowell, and after that, Coach Quinn was like, "We got a real shot to go to states and do very well."
Yeah, when that turns, right, when that becomes a goal, when that becomes possible, how did it change your guys' mentality? And how did it change your preparation? Did it change what you did to try to get yourself into position to do it?
Yeah, so Coach Quinn, he always preached to us not to be cocky or over hype about something, because there's always better teams than us. I know Fort Cherry had a good time, and Overbrook also had a good time. Well, I mean, there's times where we were number one in the state, but we didn't get overexcited because we knew there was other teams out there trying to do what we were trying to do too.
Yeah, Mason, what did something change in you? Did you change the way you prepared, or was it just let's just keep doing what we're doing and see how low we can go and see what we can do when we do get out there?
Yeah, I'd say like what Jay said. Like after McDowell, I think that meet itself just totally put this group together like a puzzle. I mean, everything just clicked after that, and then that's whenever we started really, really focusing on the little things. And also, like Brody said, we never got cocky or anything, because in the 4x1 anything can happen, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a great point, because you saw it out there. There was a relay team, I think it was Brookville actually, that dropped the baton. They were disqualified. Didn't even get a chance to go for a state title. That's got to be the biggest fear, right, in the 4x1 is dropping the baton. How do you get over that fear? You can't have that fear when you're running, right? I mean, that has to be the first thing from your mind when you're running is dropping the baton.
You definitely don't want to be thinking about it, because when you're thinking about it, it's going to happen. And I think it was our first two meets we could not complete a race. Which is crazy to think about that somehow got us here. But the first 2 meets, we couldn't complete a race. We dropped a baton like 2 or 3 times.
I'll take the blame for that too. I dropped the baton twice.
Oh, really? You were the one to drop it. Was this before Jase really joined it? Yeah.
I wasn't on the team yet, I don't think.
Yeah, you weren't on it yet. So at that point, you're probably thinking, geez, what's going on, right?
Yeah, I mean, after the first 2 meets, I was known as the guy who drops the baton. So, yeah. And then going into the Brookville invite, which is a pretty big invite for D9.
Yeah.
It's kind of like districts. We didn't even have a time in there, so we weren't in the best heat, but we ended up winning it, and not even in the fast heat. So I think that was another meet where we were like, okay.
Yeah.
I think
this is what can happen if Butterfingers Burford doesn't drop the baton, right?
Exactly.
But you know, obviously when he came in, they had ironed some of that out. Were you worried about that too, being the new guy, not messing up, not kind of getting these because you know, the 4x1's unlike just about any other event because of the way you have to do it. I mean, you can't think about it; you just have to be instinctual about it.
Yeah, a little bit. The first couple times me and Ben practiced, it wasn't the greatest, but I think the first time we got it perfect. Me and Ben always had great handoffs. There was very few times that Coach Quinn was like, you guys need to redo that. Like me and Ben, once we figured it out, we were almost perfect every single time.
And obviously you were perfect on the state championship run. How relieved are you about that too? When you, in hindsight, thinking about it, that probably was the difference, maybe, right?
I was excited that it wasn't me that was going to mess it up. That was always my fear, that I was going to have all 3 of these guys like jump me. I blew a state championship and false started or missed Jase's hand or something. Yeah. That was always my fear. But in the end, if we lose together.
Yeah.
And if we win together.
Yeah, because that state meet, it can mess with you, man, because you saw what it was like out there. The atmosphere is unlike any other meet you're ever going to be in until you maybe get to the bigger college meets. It can mess with your head. You see things happen out there all the time. People drop batons, people collapse feet before the finish line, people who jump 15 feet in the pole vault, not even get a height out there. So you see that a lot. Is that something you guys were conscious about, like Friday, or Thursday night, Friday, going into Saturday, trying to keep those nerves down, trying to keep everything kind of calm, try to just treat it like a dual meet against, you know, Montauk kind of thing?
Yeah, we definitely knew we didn't get our best time. Watching that, we were really excited to see Fort Cherry run. They had a good start, but they ended up disqualifying in the prelims, so they couldn't run the finals. We were kind of excited about that because we knew they were going to be one of our toughest competition, and so we just went back to working and had to deliver.
Yeah, the nerves, how did you handle those?
Coming in, the long drive, you have to stay there for days, you get your own dorm. It was like you stay there for 2 or 3 days just for that 40 seconds of run. It's it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, for you, because that was the only thing. I mean, and you ran too,
No, I only ran the 4x1.
No, you ran the 4x1. That's right. You weren't in the other relays. So So, how did you handle it? It's a lot of waiting around for, like you said, for 40 seconds. Yeah. A relay, it's 11 seconds or so for your own leg.
Yeah, big thing is confidence. That's what we were kind of preaching before. We were talking with each other. We're like, we just need to go out there, be confident in each and every handoff, run as fast as we can, and just trust the other guy. And we went out there Saturday, and we did that, and obviously it paid off.
Yeah, football guys, we talked about this, about kind of that hurt that's still lingering from that state championship football game loss, at one point loss to Troy, and how maybe this solved that a little bit, right? Maybe a little bit of healing there, but probably not a lot. But
Yeah.
a little bit, just a little bit, getting a goal, getting a state championship.
Yeah, it gave me a little glimpse of what it would have. Honestly, for me, the football would have been so much greater, just because I've really never done track. Like, I've done it for a few weeks, but obviously it was a great feeling. Really wish we got the football one.
Yeah.
But
that's going to hurt forever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'll
You're gonna
never
be 80 years
never
old,
forget
it's gonna
about
hurt.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. Mason, same thing. Maybe a little bit of a silver lining, getting a state championship in track.
Yeah, I mean, track state championship, to even go to states, let alone win a state championship, it's great. And football still stings, but in the end, I'm just thankful I got a gold, and I'm thankful that I got to play football with one of the best quarterbacks I've ever seen in my life. So yeah.
Who's that?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I'd do it all over again in football, just for the guys.
Yeah.
I love being around everyone. I love being around this group. It's just the Wildcat. It's a good family to be in.
Yeah, and Brody, as a freshman, you got to experience that football state championship run, and then you get to go to a state track meet. That's got to be, for a freshman, I mean, what else can you ask for, right? Your freshman year.
It was good as a freshman. I don't know if I could ask for a better freshman season, going to states in all three of my sporting events. I don't know. I'm glad we ended it with a gold.
Yeah, exactly. And you I'm sure you watched the football team, right? You knew all about what they went through. As the lone non-football guy out there, what was that like for you?
I definitely knew that I was going to be on my own for a little bit. I was going to have to meet some people, and I was going to have to get used to being around these people. Because I knew I was the only one that I was the oddball.
Yeah, you were but I'm sure they all accept. I mean, everything kind of meshed. Yeah,
it definitely worked out the best way it could have.
Yeah, for sure. You've had such a great year too. Great way to end your season.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're very good in basketball. Had a good season in basketball. Football, obviously, state player of the year, and now a gold medal on the track team.
Yeah.
When you reflect on that, is it surreal? Is it hard to really wrap your mind around what you've been able to accomplish, not just in your whole career, but just your senior year alone?
Yeah. After football season, I thought that's how I was going to end my high school career, losing by 1 point in the state championship game.
Yeah.
So that going out for track and being able to end my senior year with a gold medal it's amazing. I'm glad I went out, and I'm glad that I had this experience. It was just, there's no better way that you can go out.
Yeah. Is it still the football? Is it still too surreal? Even though you know what you were able to accomplish.
Mm-hmm.
You know, even though you fell a little short in the state championship, but that season's going to go down as one of the best seasons of any team has ever had.
Yeah.
Not just District 9, but the state. I mean, you did things that no team had done.
Yeah. We had a very special team. Like you said, we're going to go down in history. I mean, we're going to look back at this when we're older, and I still can't believe what we've accomplished, even though we fell 1 point short that last game.
Yeah, I mean, you did things in the playoffs that no one had ever seen before. Just the way you won games against some top teams, you just destroyed them.
Mm-hmm.
Just incredible. And what can you say about your teammates, and two of them sitting here, what they meant to you in football over the years? Obviously, you're the quarterback, but without Mason Burford getting open, without some of these other guys doing what they need to do, it doesn't matter. You don't get the stats. You don't get the accolades.
I think every interview I've ever been in, I've made the point that anything I do wouldn't be possible without the guys around me. I have the guys around me, and it makes me possible to do the things I can do, and I do my best to help them out the same way they help me.
Yeah.
So,
as a freshman, you started the first game your freshman year. Freshman year was rough. You guys got off to a kind of a bad start.
Yeah.
You had COVID problems going on. You had changing games, missing games. Did you think at that point that by the end of your senior year you would have the numbers and the accolades and the success that you had?
Not really. Probably not. If you would have asked me then, I probably wouldn't have said that. I knew I was going to work hard, and I knew I was going to be the best I could. And obviously, God blessed me with the abilities that I did have, and I also worked hard like all throughout the winter, every time, and had the right people around me to put everything together.
Yeah. And then you join these guys in track and have this great run. What did it mean to you coming off football to have this and to be able to have this kind of success with some of the guys?
Yeah, I've been really lucky with it all to have such great teammates. Like what Jay said, I wouldn't be anything without the people around me. And I could say that for basketball too.
Yeah.
And all my teammates, just football to basketball to track. It's all great things to be a part of, and I'm glad I got to be a part of it. And I want to continue the legacy for all those next year.
Yep.
So,
We're going to take one more break, and when we come back, we'll wrap things up here. This is the Main Street Sports Show, sponsored by Redbank Chevrolet and Dubrook. This is the 4x1 state champion Central Clarion relay team. And when we come back, we'll kind of talk about what's next for these guys.
The Cooper Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT, our most trusted truck tire, is now better than ever and available for your truck or SUV. They're designed for the reliability and durability to find adventure beyond the pavement and are backed by a Cooper mileage warranty of up to 65,000 miles. Learn more about the reliable Discoverer Road Plus Trail AT at CooperTire.com. Count on Cooper. Or stop by Carly Tires in Clarion. Carly Tires, the area's largest selection of tires. Need reliable plumbing or heating services? Call Luton's Plumbing and Heating. Fast, friendly, and available 24/7. Call them at 814-226-8695.
Dubrook is your trusted ready-mix concrete supplier. From commercial to residential, Dubrook has you covered. Call 1-844-DUBROOK or visit dubrooking.com. Dubrook is proud to support our local communities. Dubrook, your solid choice in all things concrete.
And welcome back to the Main Street Sports Show, sponsored by Redbank Chevrolet Dubrook. I'm Mike Kilroy, your host. We got a little bonus coverage. We went a little bit over here with the 4x1 relay team from Central Clarion with the gold medals around their neck. Really quickly, we'll go around here. Future plans. I know your future plans, but tell everyone what your future plans are now that today was your last day of school.
Yep.
You're free. You got graduation tomorrow. Exciting times, but I know you have a exciting future ahead of you. What's in store for Jase Ferguson?
Yeah, so I'll be attending Penn West Clarion to major in secondary education and then also play football. And then my goal after college is to become a history teacher and then eventually coach.
Coach track, maybe? Maybe coach your 4x1 of your own?
Maybe, if that opportunity comes, yeah. But
And
mainly
Ben,
football, yeah.
Ben, you're a senior, correct?
Yep.
What's your future plans after you graduate?
I get out of high school tomorrow. It's graduation day. I'll be finally free.
Finally free, that's right.
I'm going to go to college at Edinburgh.
Nice.
I'm going to major in aviation science. I take lessons at High Flight Academy for aviation. And then after college, I'm going to go in the Navy.
Nice. Well, good luck with that. That sounds great. Have you always had an interest in flying planes and flying and going to Navy and all that stuff?
Yeah, from day one, that's all I've ever wanted to do. That or commercial, anything flying that's been my dream.
Awesome. Well, that's great to hear. I know you guys are coming back next year, but you're out of school, right? Or today was your last day, or tomorrow?
unfortunately, I still have a half day tomorrow.
Oh, half day tomorrow.
Yeah.
That one half day that just sticks in your craw, isn't it? But you'll be back next year, football.
Yeah,
It's gonna
back
be
next
interesting.
year, football, basketball, and track. Hopefully, after high school, I'm able to go on and play a sport at the collegiate level. I don't know what that would be yet, but yeah.
Lots of options open though for you. So there you go. And you're a freshman. I know I keep bringing that up. You're a freshman, but when you have these older guys around you, you know, you got a lot of future ahead of you, right?
Yes. I have no clue what I'm going to do yet. I still have 3 more years in high school, but I'm just glad to have my freshman year with these bunch of great people.
All right. Well, thanks again, guys. I really appreciate you joining us today on the Main Street Sports Show.
Yeah, thank you.
Congratulations on all your success and all your sports, and especially here, the 4x1. It was great watching you guys bring it home, and the excitement. That's what the state track meet's all about. You go there, you know, you're 6th seed, or you didn't even win your heat on Friday, and you end up being state champion. So congrats on that. Well, this was the Main Street Sports Show, sponsored by Redbank Chevrolet in Dubrook. Thanks for joining us today.